Welcome back everyone. This is Card Collectanea and it's Cindy, and today I want to make another graduation card. It seems like I'm making a few of those these days, but Mary at Cards TV tells us to think outside the box, and that's what I have done today. I hope it's not too far out of the box, but we'll see how it turns out. I'm using two different cartridges today. One, these are both oldies but goodies. This is Plantin School Book that I'm going to cut an oval from, and this one is Everyday Paper Dolls, and I'm going to use just the graduation cap from this particular one. What I'm using today is still one more selection from the Sarah Papers Retro that I got from Paper Wishes. I love this pack so much, and I'm starting with a craft card. This is from Hobby Lobby in one of their value pack sets. These are the 4-inch wide by 5.5-inch tall pieces or sets, and so I'm starting with that size card, and this is again in the craft paper. To that I'm adding, whoops, wrong one. I'm adding a purple matte, which is cut 1/4 inch smaller in each direction. So it is 3 3/4 by 4 1/4. And then a 1/4 inch smaller than that, 3 1/2 by 5 by 5 is this yellow and purple and green stripe, which is just beautiful. It's got muted colors in it, and since yellow and purple are opposite on the color wheel, they stand out very, very nicely against one another. So I'm going to put those layers down, and then I'll show you what I cut from Cricut. Alright, now that I have the papers together, I'll show you what I did. I took the Plantin School Book cartridge, and I cut a 3 1/4 inch circle out of craft paper, and then I took a couple of Fisker's punches. One is an 1/8 of an inch punch, and this one is a 1/16 inch punch, and I took those and randomly punched the brown, the craft paper, so to resemble chocolate chips. And then on the back I cut another piece. I put an action wobble there, but I cut the same size oval out of brown. And then because I was afraid it looked like a potato, sort of, I decided that I would ink the edges. And then I took another Fisker's punch, this scalloped circle, and it's about a 1.5 inch punch. And I just used it to just punch a little bit of the edge off of this so that it looks like somebody took a bite out of the cookie. So I'm going to put this right here, and since it's already on the action wobble, I'll just set it aside for a moment. The sentiment that I'm going to add is a handwritten one. I cut a piece of yellow paper. It's about 3/8 of an inch wide, and I wrote the words "One Smart Cookie" on them. I just used a purple marker, fine point, very fine point, and then made one end a banner end. And I'm going to put that down here at the bottom, and I'll center it from right and left, on the right and left. This one I'm not going to angle. Usually I angle them, but I'm not going to angle this one, so I'll put some zig on that, and that'll be all set. And we'll be ready to stick that on there. One smart cookie. Now we need the cookie. And since it has the action wobble on it, it will move. So have to be careful where I put it here. Yes, and that wobbles nicely. And then the last item is this graduation cap, and I chose purple because it would bring out the purple in the paper. And I'm going to set this at an angle here at the top and put that right there. I set it on some foam tape. This is 3M, and I'll take the backing off and put it down, and we'll see what it looks like. Whoop, I just knocked that off there. Well, I'll have to re-glue that. Put the cap down. To leave room for the tassel, which doesn't want to stick to what I want it to, but wants to stick to me instead. Okay, so we've got the cap and the cookie and the little sign, little sentiment on the front, and I'll write something on the inside. And I think this turned out really cute. Very easy, didn't take much time at all, and there is a cartridge that has the cookie on it. I think it's from my kitchen, but I didn't have that one, so I had to improvise, and I think this worked out fine. And I didn't use anything fancy. I just used a Zig pen and some Versa Magic brown ink, and the graduation cap that I used you can find on page 46 in the Everyday Paper Dolls cartridge. I used this one right here, and I cut it at 4.5 inches. That means it's a cap for a 4.5 inch doll, but it worked out to be a good size for this particular card. So if you have everyday paper dolls and plantain, you can put this together very quickly, and it was fast and easy, and it is outside the box. I hope it's not too far out, but I think this young lady will appreciate it, and I know I had a great time doing it. So thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.